what you're thinking. Why in the hell is he rewatching a random sub 100 episode of One Piece? Well, let me explain. This is a comment to episode 677. It's from Wrathful Viper. Speaking of never sleeping, in the Drum Kingdom arc, the arc where Chopper joined the crew, Luffy subtly asked Sanji, "Did you know people from the snow countries never sleep?" And when Sanji asks why, Luffy replies, "If they go to sleep, they will die." Sanji says it's untrue because everyone needs sleep. But Luffy tries to reaffirm it's real, only for Sanji to ask, "Then why did Dalton have a bed in his house?" Now, pause quote. There are other reasons to have a bed besides sleep. Can we say smashing? I know couples who rarely use their bed for smashing because they can't even make it there. They call it coronation, don't they? They coronate every room in the house. You have to have sex in every room in the house at least once, right? Bathroom kind of nasty. I would skip it, but that's just me. But yeah, Luffy, you young naive boy. Why would they have a bed? Oh no, it was Sanji that asked that. Sanji's the one. Especially this sex-obsessed moron, doesn't understand what somebody to have a bed in the house if they don't sleep? Dude. Anyway, quote continues. Since Drum Kingdom is a snow country and people there don't sleep, why would Dalton need a bed if he never sleeps? Luffy answers Sanji by saying it must be his deathbed. Well, damn, Luffy, that's dark. So Luffy ain't thinking about sex either. This was a long time ago. You guys are young and naive. They were about 17, right? Maybe this is before Sanji's character got ruined with the obsessed with women thing. Because I don't remember him being that way at the very beginning. Maybe it's just rose-colored glasses. I don't know. Quote continues. This conversation has always been a mystery to the One Piece fandom. It generated a bunch of interesting theories for a long time until around 4 years ago when Oda revisited the conversation, also in a very subtle manner, which slightly answered a few theories. Apparently that's going to be an episode we haven't seen yet. Reading between the lines, that's what I think he's saying. You should remember the idea of people from snow countries never sleeping. And he goes on from there. It's a pretty long quote. Very interesting. Check it out. So this made me want to go back to episode 80 and revisit the conversation. At first I was just going to revisit the conversation. Then I was like, well, why not just re-experience the show back in its origins, 80 episodes in. I guess it's probably the second year the anime was out. So, if we assume one episode per week. So it's just kind of interesting. It'll be kind of interesting to go back and see what shit was like back then. I feel like it was a younger, fresher time. The animation was less good because, they just had lower resolution, right? And apparently the thing was Believe in Wonderland. Okay? Well, let's do this. This is the very last frame of the opening theme song. We're going to advance one frame as we typically do. And we are going on 1. 3, 2, 1. I do remember this story arc had one of my favorite moments. Luffy climbing up the mountain. I don't know if that's going to be this episode or not. Yeah. Boy, the animation definitely is less good. Calm your ass down. Jesus Christ. Yeah. He was younger and more enthusiastic about everything back then, right? This is only like the second or third island they ever visited, I believe. Yeah. Shoot him in the face. Yeah. Oh, Usopp, the coward. How I've not missed you. Did they not do like a previously on? Or is this the previously on? I can't tell. We know pirates never take showers. Don't talk back. I'll shoot you in the toe. Shoot him. Ah, shit. You got her shot. A-hole. Well, damn. Why am I looking away when I watched this episode last year? I was literally looking away because I'm just so used to looking away at the title. Thanks for shouting out her name. I'd forgotten her character name. Time to kick their asses. You know, we don't really see rampant gun use as much anymore. Yeah. I don't care that I've been shot. Don't be groveling to them. F them. Denied. Damn. Well, no, I agree with her, by the way. I'm just like, damn. She's right. He's not fit to be a captain. I've always said that. See, she's fit for command. Oh, Jesus. I forgot about the duck. My God. Did we ever figure out exactly what her disease is? I guess they told us at some point. That's right. Hey, man, he learns. His hat even came off. You know what? Bonus points for actually learning the lesson. Still denied. Kill them all. Filthy pirates. Y'all some racist. He said follow him, asshole. She is amazing. I wish she had joined the crew. I wish that Sanji had stayed behind and become, king of that island in Alabaster, and she had, joined the crew. Oh, great. So we're going to have to mess around with the Eye of Newt. Yeah. We call it Drum Island, though. Man, I don't remember none of this shit. Oh, wait. Are these the bears that... Or, no, I'm thinking of the bunny rabbits, some later arc. What the hell? Yeah, you better acknowledge its existence. Wild. He's stuck there with the duck? Are they serious? You're out of your mind. Tell you what. Yeah, that duck is freezing to death. Tell you what, man, he's out there without a shirt on. That's pretty badass. This just becomes second hat at some point. All the weird animals. What do you mean? Oh, I thought you was talking to us there for a second. I'm not worried about these punks. I suppose. She's nonplussed. Look at her. Hey, man. You had to mobilize the militia. I get it. I mean, what's confusing about that? Yeah. Uh, y'all some haters. Look at him bowing to her. she, they can't tell she's not a bear. He seems to command a lot of respect. No, 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 no. That's an anime classic, right? No, no, don't heap me with any praise. I can't take it. Meanwhile, they bitterly resent it if nobody ever acknowledges them. Damn. This dude really is a hunter. Jesus. Yeah, it was pretty heavy handed, wasn't it? On wanted posters, perhaps? I can't remember. Probably she's one in person. I can't remember. Can you break that into American for me? There's a new theory in medicine that fevers are actually a good thing if it doesn't go too high, obviously. The fever, if you suppress the fever, you're hurting the body's chance to recover. Idiots. Don't make me kick your asses. Just do it. Just kick their asses. Yeah, I think if you have a fever of like, a couple degrees, let you have that fever because that's your body trying to heal, right? It actually serves a purpose. It's only when it gets above 100 that it's a problem. We don't have those little personal snails right now. Those don't exist in continuity till later. So we can't whip out a personal snail and call her, right? I mean, they retconned that they exist back here, but I'm just saying. The author hadn't invented the concept yet. Takes whatever she wants. Yep, I'll take this sofa. Yeah, sounds awesome. What are you talking about? She's helping people, man. She didn't have to do that. Uh oh. I see. So a little Santa imagery here. Yeah, but evil. Very creepy. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually a reindeer, but calm down. Yeah. I had forgotten how much of a punk ass bitch he was back here. Jesus Christ, shut the hell up. Man, we ain't waiting for shit. Hit me one more time, a hole. You're coming with me, right? This becomes my favorite sequence in the entire series. Him climbing the mountain. But it is at the time before he did it, it was very dangerous. Probably shouldn't have done it, but he pulled it off. Make it happen. Yep, you're holding her back. She needs to get to Alabaster. I like how that this whole episode just has that arc where it's like, you're a shitty captain. Now here he is being a good captain, right? Making a sacrifice himself. He's the one that's going to carry her up there, man. And a great personal cost himself, right? The old one posters were cute. I like the new ones better, but yeah. Look, man, it was worth the risk, but I do understand the debate. Yeah, that's right. This is how he's going to power up. Yeah, thank you so much. Sit down and shut up. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, the rabbits. I forgot about the rabbits. Those rabbits will kick your ass. These two don't get solo action much anymore. They're just the two of them, right? Early on in TV series, I know this is based on manga. I'm just saying, overall in TV series, early on you can see them with different combinations of people. Like early on in Lost, you had who was it, Kate and Michael and Locke. There's the three of them together, right? I think it was like episode 4. You see them go out together. You never see those three go out by themselves again. Just the three of them, ever again. Michael has a lot of scenes with Locke, and Locke has some scenes with Kate, but the three of them together never go out together. So apparently the writers didn't like that combination. They were trying different combinations early on in the series. You see it here too, right? Different combinations of crew members going doing things by themselves, and we find out who has the best chemistry together. Like they quickly discovered Zoro and Sanji were always interesting if it was just the two of them, right? We don't see much Sanji Luffy by themselves. That's right. Drop some exposition on us. For certain reasons. I'll reveal that in a couple hundred episodes. I think it was like 10 or 20. You were known for it, now you have none. Dirty, rotten pirates. That's why they hate him so much. Is this the first time we talk about Blackbeard? So early on, he's setting up future storylines. Yeah, we've talked about this before. Apparently, monarchy is the only system of government anybody likes on this show, right? That or a dictatorship, which is essentially the same thing. Yep, he sucks. I'm awesome. This is my police. Oh, dumbass. I wonder if what that was like in Japan, Japanese. Is that still a pun? Here we go. I don't remember this conversation at all, man. Someone told me a long time ago. You think that's someone with Shanks? It would bet it was Shanks. You're so naive. It's not a good point. That is a terrible point. What do you mean that's a good point? Oh, then he changed the subject to women and snowy. Also, like that this conversation really is just them ignoring the rabbits, right? So nobody cares about the women with silky smooth skin, huh? You're out of your mind. That's an even stupider thing. Nobody has theories about that though, because they know that that's the obvious distraction. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, maybe you should have pants that go all the way down. shit. Time to get wrecked. Those some big ass bunny rabbits. Yeah, I know him. He sucks. Yeah, sure you did, buddy. That's one of those meetings we're getting ready to have in the current place where I'm at. I'm currently about to watch episode 710. There's going to be a meeting soon after that. Soon, you know, where they're going to try to get rid of the warlords. This is all very interesting, man. I don't remember none of this shit. I remember the bunny rabbit attack. Didn't remember the conversation they were having right before it happened. Bitch ass. What a punk. They were sad, man. I'm telling you. Furious. Yeah, Paul, and considering that's what you did too, right? Yeah, but not a kingdom. It's more of a. Wouldn't really be a democracy, would it? Probably socialism is probably what it is. Like a commune, almost communism. People just kind of working together. These bunny rabbits are ridiculous. Out of your mind. I see. You want to come back and get your ass kicked? And you also find the straw hats here. Yeah. F you. I don't remember you getting your ass kicked, but you know, I'm sure it happened. I feel confident. Hey man, do they do that very often? That may be the only time they've ever done that. That was cool as hell. Look at this. That is cool, man. They even got the little X and the O, right? I love that, man. A couple times they've messed with this end credit thing. One time the battleships are firing and it shakes. Very well done. I like it. Well, they did two really. The author did two clever things, assuming this is ever going to amount to anything. The people from in snow places don't sleep. Assuming that ever amounts to anything interesting, he did two clever things to hide what he was doing. One, he has the bunnies attack, like during it. So I remember the bunny attack. I don't remember the conversation, so it worked. It distracted me from the conversation. You know, because what you want to do is you want to put this information out there, but you don't want the audience to fixate on it too much. So that when later something happens, they'll remember that you put it out there, but they never really fixate. They didn't think about the implications, and here you are, you kick them in their ass, right? Like, that's best writing, right? I told you, I put it out there. Here's your information. You didn't dwell on it because I distracted you. I cleverly distracted you, and you know I'm the best writer. That's what he did. He had the bunnies attacking while the conversation was happening, and then Immediately afterwards, he has Sanji say something completely ridiculous that seems to be in line with what Luffy had just said. Completely idiotic. It's parallels. So then you're just like, well, they're just trading stupid stories. But no, the first story matters. The second story is irrelevant, right? What Sanji says is stupid and irrelevant. What Luffy says on the surface may seem stupid, but clearly is hinting to something. And as far as I know, it still has not been paid off. Wherever episode we're at, 1100 or whatever. You obscure the fact that you're like what you're doing here is actually something in this is important, right? I'm going to check it out one more time because there was at least one detail in here that wasn't included in the comment, which I liked, which was where he got the information. This is so interesting to me. There's nobody like that. Someone told me a long time ago. He's like, Usopp, I bet, because that's where all the stupid stuff comes from. All the stupid information comes from Usopp. And Luffy's like, no, I heard it in a pub in my village. I think Shanks. He heard it, Shanks say it in a pub in the village. Shanks would be the person to know. If it's anybody important at all, it was Shanks. What's also interesting is at first Luffy's like, that's a good point. Why did he have a bed? Now, it's not a good point. You both are very naive, but, Luffy thinks it's a good point. So at first he's like, yeah, you know what? You're kind of right, but maybe it's for when he dies then. Weird. I guess what he's probably thinking of. He's probably thinking of Nami because Nami is a good chance of dying, and she was in the deathbed, right? Like that's where they go. They can't move. You're trying to make them as comfortable as possible before they die. Because clearly, like if say a bunny rips his head off out here, they're not going to take him back to his house and put him in the bed. They mean a specific kind of deathbed, which is when you're sick, you're deathly ill, and you're probably going to die. Much more common back in the day before we had hospitals in the yards and shit, right? So it makes sense in this, like the world that we're in here. I don't know what to make of all this. They said that there was people came up with some interesting theories. I don't even know what those theories would be. Because people don't sleep. If they sleep, they die. What does that do for you? What does that do for the story? What makes that interesting? It's interesting in and of itself to me. How does that affect the plot? Well, there could be a really, really strong villain from the snow area, from some snow island or something. If we can say unconsciousness is the same as sleep, which I know there's differences, physically, medically, neurologically, I think there are differences between being unconscious and being asleep. But if we can just say that the two things are the same, you just have to knock somebody out and then they die. You don't have to deliver them a killing blow. Maybe they're so strong you can't kill them. Like they're just immortal. They're so physically strong, you can never render them enough damage maybe before they heal, to which you can kill them. But if you just, if all you need to do is knock them out, that's a lower bar. You just knock them out and then they die. That's how that could become relevant to the plot. They're so strong, they're unbeatable. They're indestructible. Their body's indestructible, and you can't provide them enough damage to kill them. But if you can knock them out, you can still take them out. So that I can see. That's where I think this could be important later, and maybe this would be the final big bad or something. I'm going to keep my eye out from now on about anybody who's from the Snow Village, and we'll see if they sleep. Right? Very interesting. So thanks a lot to Wrathful Viper for putting me on this trail.